Hey guys, today is Sunday, February 21st, 2021. And I want to talk about yesterday's engine failure, the explosion in midair with debris falling on people's homes. So that was yesterday, 2:20. And as I showed you the scene from iPet Goat 2, which I said represented George Floyd, the V equals 22. George Floyd was killed with 220 days remaining in the air. Obama being black. But this is multi-layered. Obama is also from Hawaii, and we had this incident happen on 220. So the V correlates, connects with the number 22 being the 22nd letter. And so I also believe that there is an event coming to Hawaii, and it's going to connect with this V or the number 22. So that was a flight from Denver to Hawaii, United Airlines, Boeing 777. And that was flight 328. And look, the 328th prime equals 2,203, which is 322 backwards. Plane crash equals 43, and yesterday's date also had a numerology of 43. But also very interesting is that Boeing's first flight happened to be 320 months and 8 days from yesterday, which is 328, take away the 0. So yesterday's flight was 328. So first Masonic Lodge built, 9/11 connection there. But the worst aviation accident in history, 9/11 of course. We have 20 years, 203 days apart. 322 connection with the dates reversed. And also the third worst aviation accident in history and U.S. history happened 2 months later, and we have a 9/11 connection to that as well. And this is interesting as well. Charles Taylor, he built the first aircraft engine. Well, he died 65 years, 3 weeks apart from yesterday's engine failure incident, which 653 is the 119th prime. So a 9/11 connection to the guy who built the first aircraft engine to a date of a plane having engine failure. That engine was called the GE90. It was first tested in March of 1993. So if that was actually 328, it was tested, but I don't know. There is not a specific date. That would have been 10,191 days apart from yesterday. And plus, we would have 328 matching to flight 328. Now, many of you seen video here. So there's only one other time that I know of that there's video like this of a plane engine. And this is from a different plane. It's not the same plane. So something similar happened here. The engine, it fell apart, it fell into the ocean. But guess what? This was also a United Airlines Boeing 777 on a flight to Hawaii. What are the odds? And there's a video of it, a close-up engine, just like the other one. That happened 3 years ago, February 13th, 2018. So that was also in February, 3 years and 7 days apart. But what else is interesting is that flight from 3 years ago. We didn't have a direct number connection as far as the dates, but look at this. That was flight 1175. But when you look at 9/11, you had flight 11, then flight 175 hitting the towers. And that was a Boeing 777. Then you had Flight 77 hitting the Pentagon. So really crazy the way these numbers come together like that. So yeah, I'm also kind of looking at March 6th possibility. When I look at the movie Knowing, his disaster codes here. So you had Fukushima backwards, which is 31111. Then on 211, right in the same line, right next to it. 21121, you had the 100-car pileup. Then right next to it, you got 3621. So, and it's also 320 months, 22 days after Boeing's first flight of the 777. And you have a 322 code to the second worst plane crash in the United States. Also with earthquakes as well. 9/11 code to IPEC 2, the day it was released. 123 in the Chinese calendar. It's 12/22 on the Hebrew calendar, and I've talked about these numbers before. It's 12/3 shown as the L and C, and IPEC 2, and the apple rolls next to the LC. L is the 12th letter, and C is the third. And on 123 last year, we had the Chinese lockdown, and we had the Kilauea erupting on the 123rd day. And we have the hangman on the chalkboard, which I said could represent 12/22 because it's the 12th out of 22 Arcana cards in the tarot deck. And on 12/22, a tsunami hit Indonesia. So we have both of those numbers here on March 6th. Also, I thought of the movie Donnie Darko, because in that movie, he had a plane engine crash through his house into his bedroom and land on his bed. So that was 20 years, 32 days apart, 322 code from yesterday's incident. And written on his arm, we have 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. It's written just like this. But if you forward 28 days into the future, you land on March 20th. Now, I don't know if something will happen or not, but I'm just mentioning it, just to see, you know. But we have a direct connection to that Denver airport plaque. The reason why I find that interesting is because on 220, yesterday's incident, we have a flight from Denver airport going to Hawaii. Then, if you think like in the movie, the world will end 28 days later. So 28 days later, you have a 322 connection to the Denver airport plaque. 1490. And it's also 28 on the Chinese calendar. So, you know, I don't know. It's just speculation, but we'll see. We'll see on those 2 dates if anything occurs. But okay, we'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.